Welcome back guys to another YouTube video. In this YouTube video we're actually going to be breaking down the major indexes, and we're going to be talking about how they hit all-time highs this week and how this is a big deal. Now before we get into this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps my channel grow. Now in case you didn't know, we had a major push up on the major indexes throughout the week. Now when I say indexes, I'm talking about the Nasdaq, the S&P 500, and the Russell. Now we're going to go down each one of these and we're going to break them down, and I'm going to talk about where I'm buying at, where I'm looking for a pullback, and where I think it's heading. So let's start with the Nasdaq first. Now in case you didn't know, the Nasdaq is the tech index. Now when I say tech index, I mean stocks such as Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. All of those big tech stocks make up the Nasdaq, and that's what causes the push up. Now when we look at the Nasdaq, you can see we just had an amazing week, right? We had this amazing push up rally, then another push up. Now we're at a pretty uncharted territory area because we were past all-time highs. We hit all-time highs last time in near the end of August, and now we're up there again. Looking at the Nasdaq, we're still bullish. However, we are a little overextended, and I'm looking to get in around the support area. Around this general area right here is where I'm looking to get long. Now I think we're still going to be bullish going into next week. I still think we're actually going to make even more all-time highs. Now whether the dip buy comes or not is another question. I still think we are going to have a dip buy, but when that dip buy does happen, do not panic. It's just a dip buy and we're gearing up for another move. Now as I was talking about, this is the Nasdaq. So the ETF that follows the Nasdaq is QQQ. So however the Nasdaq moves, QQQ moves as well. You notice that we're making these higher high patterns and higher low patterns. So we're just bullish overall on the Qs, and then you'll see we're also bullish on the other markets. So going into the week, next week, I'm going to be looking for some type of pullback, but we may never get that pullback and we just may continue up, but I am looking for that pullback. Now good support on QQQ is this area right here. Let me chart this out for y'all. A good support is at this area right here. If you're looking for a buy opportunity, wait and see how it reacts around here. Now let's pretend we're going to get into the position right at this support. Let's say we pull back at this support. This is how I structure my trade. This is how I would. I'd stop out and then I'd trail it all the way up. So when you're getting into this, make sure you have your stop loss because we could break down to other levels below. But like I said, I think we're bullish going into next week. Now that we've gone over the Nasdaq and tech, let's go over S&P. So the S&P 500 is like a mixture of tech stocks and small cap stocks. So it moves with tech, but not entirely. Now notice today though, we had an amazing day on the S&P 500. We were actually up 22 points, and once again we broke out. Now earlier this week I've been charting the S&P, and I've actually been trading the S&P a lot just because it's been really easy to predict. So we've had these higher high patterns, then we've had these pullbacks, then we've had these patterns as well where we push up, pull back, push up, base out, and push up. So it's been really easy to trade because when we do have this consolidation period, you know, it's horizontal, and it's really easy to trade horizontal patterns. You get an entry at support, you sell at resistance, or you play it for the breakout. And guys, that's exactly what we got on Friday. We got the breakout play from this horizontal pattern right here. These are very easy to identify, and when you can take these trades, it really helps your account. Now as you can see, we've hit all-time highs on the S&P 500 once again. We're actually well above the area that we were at in August. Unlike the Nasdaq, we just got above that now, but on the S&P 500, we've actually been in all-time highs for a while now. So that's just another bullish sign for me. And like I said, on Monday, I'm looking for that pullback, guys. So I'm actually in puts right now, funny thing, because I'm waiting. I'm going to ride those puts down to support, buy calls, and ride it up. That's how I trade. I trade both ways. I'm just not a bull and I'm not a bear. I trade whatever way we're going. So I got in puts, and I'm gonna sell at support if we get that. However, I will cut losses if we're just rocking and rolling Monday. But I am looking for that pullback down to this area right here. Now why do I say this area right here? It's mainly because it was an old resistance. Now it's going to become a new support. You notice how that sellers came in and pushed price down twice, and then on Friday we broke out, and that's just why it's such a huge resistance now turning into support. So when we have a breakout play, as I've mentioned in other videos, you're always looking for that retest. So you're looking for that retest to happen right here at the old resistance. So that'll be my entry to go long, but for now I'm in puts, riding it down to support. Now the S&P 500 index, or ETF, sorry, is the SPY. So however the S&P 500 moves, this moves identical to that. Once again, as you can see, we're kind of overextended. We're up there. So I am looking for that pullback. But overall, guys, this is just such a bullish market right now. It's hard to even short this. Yes, when I say short, I mean just go intraday or 1 day swings. Don't short it because you think it's going back down to COVID lows. That's not happening. We're continuing this uptrend, and just wait for that pullback to go in long. Be patient. Don't FOMO into this because that pullback will happen. Now let's look at the small caps. Now the small caps is the things such as like airlines, that type of industry, hotel industry, those type of stocks. That's what this makes up of. Now notice that with the March lows, or previously March lows, we just now got above all-time highs, and we've actually been cruising since then. We've had these several rally, pullback, rally, base, rally. So with this, I'm thinking that we're actually going to have a pullback as well. Now the pullback I'm looking for is right here at this area. Reason once again is because this was an old resistance, and old resistance most likely always becomes support. Now they don't have to, but they tend to. So you can see clearly that this was an old resistance, because as soon as buyers tried to push price up, what happens? Sellers come in and we get rejected. But once again, we had that breakout today on most of these indexes except tech. Tech was lagging. On SPY, we had that breakout, and just like on the Russell, we had that breakout. So once again, we're at all-time highs with the markets. Just this week alone, we had an amazing week, guys. So on Monday, look for that pullback, because we're probably having another rocking week, especially around this holiday season as we're closing the year. Now the ETF that follows the Russell is the IWM. So if you're looking to get long and you're looking for that ETF and you want to play options on it, it's the IWM. This follows exactly how the Russell does. Now this concludes this video. If you want to see me break down any other type of stock, any type of market, just let me know in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to. And once again, thank you for your time, and I'll see you all in the next video.